at what you don't want, so you might as well do what you love. Hey, what's up, everybody? I am Kevin Kartchner, the CEO of the Fight Against Mediocrity. And here we talk about everything business, real estate, sales, motivation, and fighting mediocrity and becoming the best version of yourself. Welcome. Today, we're going to talk about something that's near and dear to me, why you should quit accounting and become a salesperson right now, today, this instant. And this is personal experience. So I was an accountant from when I was in high school, part-time accountant, all the way up until 2017. And I did accounting for a land development company, a home builder, tax firm. So I did taxes for an internship for a spring. And I did accounting for an outdoor advertising company, a billboard company, real estate, basically. And a lot of different types of accounting. I studied accounting in school, graduated in accounting. And the funny thing is I hated it the entire time. And a lot of people ask, like, if you hated it, why would you do it? Why would you do it? And I'm asking, if you're an accountant, I'm asking you that question, like, why would you do it? If you love it and you don't want to be a salesperson, stop watching this video. But the stats show that 85% of people are disengaged at work. So that would show that at least 85% of the people who are accountants hate their job and hate what they're doing. And so I hated accounting. And some of the things that I hated was, like, I would pay out the sales team huge commissions every 2 weeks. I was the one paying their commissions. I was the one that give me the receipts and I'd reimburse them. They would go on the golf tournaments. They would get to go hang out with clients at lunch. They would tell me, hey, this client wants to pay this way. Will you figure it out? Hey, this client needs this check. Will you send it to him? And it just, you really do all the grunt work and you don't get paid near as much as they do. And the whole time I was thinking, like, I'm pretty sure I could sell. I'm pretty sure I could sell probably better than some of the salespeople I have seen who make a lot of money. And it wasn't that I was like, I'd actually failed in sales once. So I almost went out for a door-to-door alarm company and sold. And I did a couple of preseason trips and was horrible. Like, I only sold one, and I sold two in the course of 2 weeks. But one of them was because the manager came with me and helped me. The other one was just like, it was pretty lucky. Like, I wasn't good at it. I think I hated accounting so much that I was willing to try sales and do sales. I hated the fact that I was getting paid for the time versus value. So I was exchanging time for money. If I put in my 40 weeks, I would get paid my paycheck. If I didn't put in 40 weeks or 40 hours a week, I wouldn't get paid. And so I was exchanging time for money versus where sales, you're trading value for money. The more value you produce, the more people you can talk to and persuade to buy your product or service, the more money you get paid. And eventually I just knew I needed to have money to invest in real estate so that I didn't have to work my entire life. And accounting just wasn't going to produce enough income. I couldn't increase my income unless I went and begged my boss for a raise. But I don't want to always have to go to my boss and be like, hey, will you pay me more? Will you pay me more? I want to be able to go create value with other customers and say, hey, we have a good product and service, and sell it to them, and then have them pay me in the form of a commission. So anyways, I didn't like that I was always, doing the grunt work for the sales team. I was paying them the big commissions. I didn't love how tedious and boring accounting was. I've heard it's called stale and lonely. I didn't like the fact that I felt like I was doing things that a computer would eventually learn how to do, especially taxes, especially just like busy work, stuff in Excel. I knew that if I was better at coding and computer science, that I could just build something to do the work I was doing. And I knew eventually someone was going to do it. And I truly believe that at some point, we'll probably need higher level accountants. But at some point, a lot of the work that's just tedious is going to be outsourced to computers and automation and AI. So if you're in accounting, that's something to be worried about too. Um, and So I didn't like that. I took a few notes. To me, it's depressing to get paid the same amount of money every 2 weeks. You're stuck in the rat race. You're just barely getting paid enough to get by. And I was making more than most accountants were out of college, probably more than most master's students of accounting were making out of college, at $60,000 a year. But really, the biggest reason I think most people do accounting, choose a career in accounting, is because it's safe. They think it's safe. I'll always have a job. But like I just said, I think computers are actually going to take over a lot of the jobs, and you're actually not safe. Like, they could find a better accountant. They could outsource you to another country. It's actually not that safe. And I want to show a video real quick. I don't know if I heard this while I was an accountant or after the fact, but it's a commencement speech Jim Carrey gave at MUI, class of 2014. And he talked about how his dad really wanted to be a comedian, but didn't believe it was possible for him. So I'm going to just show that video right here.
My father could have been a great comedian, but he didn't believe that that was possible for him. And so he made a conservative choice. Instead, he got a safe job as an accountant. And when I was 12 years old, he was let go from that safe job. And our family had to do whatever we could to survive. I learned many great lessons from my father, not the least of which was that you can fail at what you don't want. So you might as well take a chance on doing what you love.
I love that so much. You can fail at what you don't want, so you might as well do what you love. You can fail at what you don't want, so you might as well do what you love. And for a lot of you, you're probably thinking like, well, I don't love sales. But the cool thing about sales is it creates an opportunity and opens up doors that would have never been opened otherwise. The number one jobs multimillionaires and billionaires held before they became very wealthy was sales. And sales teaches you so many amazing things. It teaches you communication skills, being able to read people. It teaches you to stop trading time for money, but to trade value for money. And it allows you freedom and flexibility. You can, in accounting or in sales, you could make the same amount of money in one day that you would have made in 2 weeks or even a month. And so I just think there are so many advantages to being able to, create your own economy. In sales, you truly do create your own economy. You eat what you kill. And I've always said this, but our ancestors were salespeople. They ate what they killed. Even in caveman times, you had to leave the cave, go out, find something to eat, and bring it back to the cave. If you didn't do that enough days in a row, you would die. And that's essentially sales. You have to go out and find something. But the better you get at it, the more you can create, the more value you can create. And in a study, it's in an article, you can Google it, but it shows a list of jobs that you can make $100,000 without going to school. The first one is become a business owner, which is essentially sales. Like, in order to start a business, you have to know how to sell your product. A real estate agent, which is sales, you're selling homes, or a salesperson for anything. Are the top three. They had other listed below, but the top 3 jobs to make 6 figures without a college degree. And ultimately, like, I don't believe you'll ever create financial freedom as an accountant. And you might say, well, I'm going to have a 401k of $1 million or $2 million in the bank when I retire, but that's 65 and a half. Like, well, why wouldn't you want to do that when you're 40 or 45? And so if you're an accountant listening to this, some of the things you're probably thinking are like, I'm scared of the uncertainty. I'm scared of the rejection. I'm scared of not having a consistent paycheck. It's just there's a lot of things that you could be scared about, but I promise you anyone can sell. Introverts are actually oftentimes a lot better salespeople than extroverts. The biggest thing that you have to have is just a desire to win. And if you're sitting there at your desk and you're just like, I'm I'm built for more. I can do more. I know there's more for me out there. I know there's more potential. And money won't buy you happiness, but it'll buy you a family vacation. It'll allow you to take care of medical emergencies and vehicle emergencies and family emergencies. And did I say family twice? And allow you to give back to your community and your neighbors and your church. I mean, there's so many things that you can do. And I just think it's a trap trading your time for money. I think it's a trap. Um, so, anyways, what Jim Carrey learned is that, and I think that probably influenced his life a lot, is you can fail at what you don't love, so you might as well do what you love. And for me, it was I want financial freedom so I can choose how I spend my time after I'm 40. And I don't say retire, and it may be different goals for you. Like maybe you love um, sailing and you want to sail the world or whatever it is. That'd be pretty cool. You want to sail, or you love skiing, or you love backpacking, or you love, I don't know, playing video games, whatever it is. But you love something and you want to spend, I would suggest not playing a ton of video games, but maybe that's you. If you want to spend a lot of time doing that, you have to find a way to create financial freedom. Maybe you want to travel a lot with your family or experience different cultures or give your kids a better school. Like that's what sales provides. It's not the money. Like when I say, hey, you can make more money in sales, the money's money, but it's what you do with the money. Like you can provide a lot better lifestyle for yourself and your family. And I promise you, there's not any more risk. Even if you get into sales and you fail, which I I have a proven system that as long as you have the desire to win, and the desire to win just means like a desire to be better, you can succeed in sales. I have a proven system. I did it. I went from 60K to multiple six figures in sales. So I know it's possible for you. And the biggest thing is just like, even if you did get into sales and for whatever reason it didn't work out, you can always go get another job in accounting. Especially right now in this economy, like you could literally go get another job, probably even a better job at a better company. Like there's literally zero risk in doing it. And I don't know, I didn't take a ton of notes. Usually I take more notes before I do a YouTube video, but I was just sitting here and I just like felt so strongly that I know there are accountants out there who are thinking, I don't like this. There's more for me. I can do more. I deserve more. I can make more money. But how? Sales is the answer. And you're probably thinking, salespeople are slimy. Salespeople are dishonest. Um, and those are probably like the car salesman and the door-to-door salesman. And there are really good ones, but there are some dishonest ones. But there are careers in sales that are so amazing and you can provide so much value and so much joy for the people you serve. Real estate is one of those. I was in new home sales. That's amazing. I know a lot of people who do really well in tech sales, in medical sales. That's the cool thing. Like with sales, even if you can pick an industry that you enjoy and that you believe in. And in sales, if you're a good salesperson, there's no reason you should make under $120,000 minimum. No reason you should ever make under $120,000 a year. And again, I don't see accounting being a super long term. I see it being replaced. Elon Musk just made a robot, and I see it replacing a lot of the tedious tasks that we do. I see AI replacing a lot of the accounting and tax stuff. I see cryptocurrency, how you're able to track it so well, replacing a lot of the tedious entry work that accountants do. And I just see sales as we will never lose the need for communication between people and building relationships. We'll never lose that. And even people that say, you can sell over video or social media. That's true. But in order for a company to succeed, they need people who are willing to go out there and sell their product. So if you're watching this and you're an accountant and you're interested in learning more about how I help accountants transition from accounting to sales, click the link below. Go to the fightagainstmediocrity.com. I would love to hop on a call and show you a little bit about what I do. If it's not a good fit, that's fine. If it is a good fit, I'd love to help you. Don't settle though. The fight against mediocrity is very much so like, don't settle. You are capable of so much more. And that is what I want for you, is to break into that potential and push yourself to become better. And that's one of the great things about sales. Anyone can do it. You can be honest and have integrity in sales and truly change people's lives and have them be so happy to talk to you and work with you and provide amazing experiences and be paid very well for doing it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, if you're an accountant, click the link below and I'll catch you on the next video.